This the AMG way, we don't follow the crowd. Quiet money moves, we just say it out loud. Tax-free living, long plays over hype. Build it right once, let the legacy right. We talk ownership.
Yes. What's up, AMG Podcast? It is another Friday, or whatever day it is you're watching the pod. Welcome. We are here to have some great conversations. Your boy Mondo Grimes. I'm here with my guys, AJ Lavender, Craig Cooper, and my guy Larry Woods. And what's up, fellas? Y'all here?
What's happening, everybody?
Top of the morning. Yeah, man. Yeah, everybody's bright eyed and bushy tailed this morning.
That's right.
Had their coffee, had their tea, whatever it is you do, right, guys?
Still having it.
Still in process.
They're just still in process. I feel you. All right, while we take these sips, let's go ahead and cue this up today. We've got a great conversation, actually right in line with many conversations we've been having with clients. People calling, asking. I've had friends call from around the country, especially up in the Michigan area, saying, hey, can you help my family member? Can this happen? Because, man, people are losing money. So today we're going to talk about how to prevent that. We got a good little video to piggyback off of. So go ahead, AJ, cue that thing up. Let's see what our brother Matt's talking about.
Why do the wealthy rarely run out of money, even when the market crashes? See, that's the gotcha. They don't just rely and grow. They build guaranteed income first and take risks second. The middle class is taught to accumulate and take risks first. But the wealthy, they protect what they've earned. They use annuity-based strategies to build foundational income. That way, their lifestyle is secured no matter what the market or the government does. See, even Shaq recently said on his show, Shaq's the Boardroom, he said that one of the best places I've ever put my money was annuities. When somebody who's earned hundreds of millions of dollars says that, it's worth paying attention to. It's not about being flashy. It's about being smart. It's just not about protection. It's about tax control too. Because when you've built real wealth, the question becomes this: how do I keep more and give less away? See, the rich use structure. The average person uses hope. See, that's the difference. See, in my best-selling book,
Man, look, we can stop the whole pod right there. Just be done. Hey, welcome. Thank you. All right, peace.
Hope you have a great Friday and see you later.
See you later.
This was the AMG Podcast.
What was Russell Simmons joint? Thank you. God bless you. All right. So I wanted to talk about this, man, because this is huge. We might have to watch that again because Homeboy was flying, and there's some key points on there that are huge to me. Let's swing around the horn. I've got a few things I want to discuss. Cool. Let's start with you, man. What are some of the key points that jumped out what Matt said about this whole concept of annuities and the whole point of it?
It's structure versus hope. That's what jumped out to me.
Woo. Mm-hmm. Man, we can sit on that for a hot minute. Mm-hmm. Structure versus, bruh. That right there, I would say, is always like the elephant in the room when we meet new clients. Mm-hmm. People coming, they're in the abyss of hope, looking for
structure.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Now we're gonna talk a little bit. We go as we always do here at the pod. We go hard in the paint. We're gonna get there in a minute.
Oh, that's what I forgot to make is a hard in the paint segment.
Yeah. Go hard in the paint. Yeah. And explain what that means. We got to show Shaq like bowing somebody down. Like we got something like that.
Yes.
Yeah. So all right, Larry. So what stuck out to you?
What Coop mentioned for sure, structure versus hope. But also how the wealthy do risk on the back end, not the front end.
Mm-hmm. Protection first.
Security first.
Okay. AJ, how about you?
One of the biggest ones is it kind of like flies by the ear a little bit because you hear the prominent name like Shaq and all that stuff. But when he was talking about these are the things that the wealthy does, and it goes back to like the key theory of if the road's not broken, don't try to fix it. Just follow the golden path that's already built out. You know what I mean? Why try like change avenues or try to do something different when everybody else is already in this lane? Mm. Just do as, while in Rome, do as.
Yeah, exactly. Do as the Romans do. That's exactly right.
But if you don't know, you've never heard what the Romans do, then you question it.
Yeah. Oh, why are you going hard to the paint already, man?
I'm sorry. My bad.
No, that's true though. That's true though. No, you're right though. That's you're actually right though. You're right. Okay. It's organizing the going hard in the paint thoughts here, man. Because first of all, yes, everything that Matt said, we don't need to regurgitate it. He's spot on. I couldn't agree more. And we actually see it within our clientele. When we have wealthy clients we talk to, they understand it. They completely understand it. They are, if they don't already have them already, they just need more, right? And if they don't have them, they've been kicking the can down the road, and they're like, you know what, I need to go ahead and do this, because they understand the protection of it. Now, there's a lot of different things. We're not gonna educate on the inner workings of the annuity itself, but do know, like to AJ's point, if it does work for a guy like Shaq and many others, and you say, man, I want to be wealthy like them, well, you got to learn what they know and do what they do.
Now, Mondo here, if someone is here and they're like, oh man, I really wanted this, can you give the audience like a brief overview, a bird's eye view of what annuity is? And I kind of like give a little bit of a, they can go into a little bit more, but the difference just between like, oh, isn't an annuity a life insurance policy, or like, I don't get it.
Yeah. Okay. First of all, understand that an annuity is a contract with an insurance company. Okay. 30,000 foot view. It is a contract with an insurance company. Now, what does that contract do? It gives you certain protections. Number one, it gives you protection from the market. However, the annuity is linked to indexes or even a fixed rate of return. Okay. However you allocate it, or the agent allocates it for you. Okay. So it has a bottom floor, meaning a 0% floor. That way, if the index performs poorly, 0 or below 0, you do not join that negative party. You stop at 0. So if the index in the market, which is not where you are, if out here where it's mirroring and the market does this, you stay right here. And while it clowns around down here, it's going to wait till it comes back up. They join and they have the positive party together. The market goes down, you stay right there, et cetera, on and on. Okay. So it gives you protection. What's the point? You don't lose. What did he say? They protect first, then take risk. But where do a lot of people have their money sitting? Now, I'm not going to poo-poo on all these vehicles and say they're terrible, because they're not. The IRAs, the 401ks, and this and that, all the stuff that's in the market, and you're taking all this annual, monthly, daily, weekly risk when you can't really afford to lose 20 grand in a week, 100 grand in a month. This, that, and you got you on this anxiety roller coaster, about to vomit every other day because you're seeing your money do this. Shaq don't do that. Why are you doing it? Right? Now, is it okay to diversify your portfolio, have multiple things? Of course it is. 100%. But if you have your nest egg of 100K, Craig, it says Craig Cooper's name on this nest egg, and you say, you know what? Let me go put it in the most riskiest thing I can find and hope I can retire off of it. Or let me find something that's secure, where there's only gains, or at the bottom, zero's hero, right, AJ?
Zero's the hero.
So, hey, man, if you have a year where it could be this year, could be, you never know. See how things go.
You know what? I might make that a shirt, Mondo. I might make it like a 0 with the Superman cape on the back of it, and then
what you said. Come on, man.
That's the AMG new merch.
Put it on TikTok shop. Let's go. Yeah, exactly. So, so bird's eye view, without going down that rabbit hole, gives you protection. It gives you gains. It also gives you has features of death benefit. It has features of income withdrawals. It has some have features of flexible premium, meaning that you can add money to it and boost it up. You can transfer it from different types of vehicles, tax-free and penalty-free. So if you use 1035 exchange, you can transfer from your 401ks, your 403bs, your TIAs, your IRAs, your Roths, your inherited IRAs, all these things. You can transfer it tax-free, penalty-free over to an annuity. Okay. You can you leverage some of the free features of withdrawals. Some annuities have like 10% a year free withdrawal. Unlike if you would go over to your 401k or other plans, you try to take something out. Some have 10% free, some don't. Okay. But most of them, you're going to get hit with a penalty though, if you touch any of that money before 59.5. Okay. It gives you more freedom. So here's the thing that people don't really look at though. And if you get like a guy like Shaq and others that Matt's talking about, these wealthy individuals, they want to own assets. Own first and protect what they own and govern what they own. You can do that with annuities. When you are in all these other vehicles I mentioned, you are not an owner. Yes, I am, Coop, because it got my name on it. Well, look, that word next to, those two words next to your name says participant or account holder. You are not the owner. It is governed by a group of trustees that you've never met. Okay, so that's why you don't see, well, it's a couple of reasons why you don't see a whole lot of wealthy people talking about IRAs or Ross. You see well-to-do, I would say middle-class folks and maybe upper middle class here and there, but there's a ceiling though, as we know.
As we know.
On income and stuff like that. So, but the wealthy people, they want protection, right? They want to be able to leverage features. They want to be able to pass it down. They want all the benefits of growth, minimal risk. Okay, so that's kind of a 30,000 foot view. Now, here's the other part. People don't know this. A lot of people don't know. Annuities have been around in this country even since 1756. It is. That's 20 years before we became America. That means the 13 colonies was rocking these bad boys. They've been around for a long time, AJ. Let's kick it back even further. We have it in our presentation. Larry, when was what civilization created the annuity?
Oh, the Roman Empire.
The Roman Empire. That wasn't 100 years ago. Okay. And they created it, a Greek word annua, okay, means annuity in English. And basically what it means is to guarantee, it's a stipend to guarantee income for life to seniors. They created this for the senior population in the Roman Empire. That's where annua comes from. That's where the idea of annuity was developed in America, to be able to take care of individuals going to retirement that guarantees income for life. What kind of civilization do you have when you can't guarantee income for seniors who may not either have the health, the energy, or whatever opportunity to work, and they've already put in 30, 40 years? What kind of civilization you have when after they work, everybody's just not homeless all of a sudden? And you can't take care of the senior population, right? So that's what a new 30,000 foot view, now here's the thing, Coop. What about the fees though? I keep hearing about these fees. Don't they got fees on these things? Sorry, I sound like that. That's annoying. That's so annoying. We got to address it. Cool. Larry, come on, AJ. We got to address that. Like, well, what about the fees? Okay, well, talk to me about that after you tell me you can explain all the fees you're being killed on that 401k. How about that?
That's a fair question.
Yeah.
Find me the fees on your 401k account.
Yep.
Find me the fees on
and we'll A/B it and see who comes out on top.
What do you say, AJ?
Find me the fees on anything.
Oh, thank you.
Like,
you got to pay to play in any of these things.
Any of them. I don't care if it's insurance policies, annuities, 401ks, TIAs,
your bank account,
bank accounts,
process transactions on your debit card, your credit card. Like,
why they charging me 3% on this credit card? All I'm doing is I'm on Shopify and I'm getting me some candles.
Yeah,
they charge me 3% to use my American Express card. Yeah, it's called a fee.
Yeah.
Ooh, cool. I see you chomping at the
And those fees do not prevent people from making their purchases.
No, boy, you better say it.
No, they don't prevent you from purchasing anything. You just deal with it and say, well, that's just what it is. That's the price for me, buying the stuff on Amazon, and that's it. But nothing is free. We know that.
Yeah. But isn't it worth though, when you think about what an annuity is and what it can do for your family? You get growth, protection with the floor, death benefit passed down, the money that's in the contract. You get private protection. You get features that whatever that particular annuity provides, whether it be flexible premium, whether it be income immediately, whether it be bonus features, where they give bonuses to your income, and you get guarantees income for life. Wouldn't you be okay with paying a fee like with that? It's kind of common sense. Like, I'll be fine with that if you guarantee me all that.
Yeah.
Not to mention, whatever that fee is on an annuity, you're gonna replace that, or we're going to double that with the gains that's coming from the annuity. It's in the index.
Yeah, right.
and there's a stop loss, so you're not going to lose.
Yeah,
dude.
So Mondo,
yeah, come on, what you got?
People who are currently in 401ks who are still actively working.
Yeah,
what do you say to them on how to get them into an annuity?
Great question. If you're still working, there's good and not so good news. I wouldn't say bad, but good and not so good. The good news is that in most cases we meet people like this, their company may be matching. Okay. So my suggestion is you keep, blowing that, like getting that match and getting that money. I won't say
that free money.
Getting that free money. Go ahead and blow it out while you're there, because you are not allowed to do anything with it until you either retire or leave that company. So since you're there and locked up anyway, you might as well milk it and get as much as you can. So that way, when you leave or retire, you've maximized your 401k opportunity that you were in. And then we could transfer it over, do a rollover into an annuity, tax-free and penalty-free, by the way.
Because you're not touching it.
It's going from the company to the insurance company for your annuity. It's not a check written to you. It's not a check written to us. It's literally backdoor 1035 exchange. Okay.
And that's a light bulb moment for a lot of people that don't know about the 1030s. Like, those exchanges are so powerful, man. Like, you just start moving your money tax deferred on like products. Like, it's.
Yeah. Oh, it's, by the way, it's a tax code. People are like, what is a 1035? It's a tax code that the IRS wrote that you can leverage. See, this is the rich people conversation because they know all the tax codes and stuff.
Yeah.
They know the Augusta rule.
Yeah.
They know 1035.
They know,
you know what I mean?
For real estate investors.
Like, yeah, exactly. So these are the tools and tactics. So what Matt was talking about in the video about Shaq, we have it in our presentation even, right, guys? And Shaq was talking about the full video, was saying how he had been in the league for a minute, like for a while. And he was at a hotel in Beverly Hills or something and met this old rich guy in his 80s or something. And Shaq just asked him a simple question. How do you live like this, essentially? And he said, I'm gonna teach you a word you probably never heard of. The word is annuity. So since then, Shaq did his research. He got annuities all over the place. Dude, think about where are you gonna put your money and say, you know what? I want my money to grow and never lose a dime of your principal. Now you got fees, but that's not coming out, but that's all gains for the rest of your life.
And no floor. And zero floor. Like, you will never lose it. That's the biggest part, right? Because let's just say, for instance, everybody that was tied up, unless, of course, it's always like the most famous type of scenario put yourself in. But imagine if you had a lot of your wealth tied up into an annuity back in 2008. People getting massacred in the market and your floor was zero. You didn't lose nothing.
Didn't lose a thing.
I had a buddy of mine who had just over just a low seven figures in a 401k back in 2008. My boy E. I'll just keep it at that. Well, we know what happened. Homie lost just shy of $500,000 during the crash in his 401k. The dude was sick. Like, I didn't know what to tell at the time. I wasn't in the business, so I'm just looking at him, it's like trying to help him out, sound like Porky Pig, trying to explain, like trying to make him feel better. How do you make somebody feel better about losing $500,000?
Yeah.
But to your point, AJ, if he had it where, what would have happened?
Yeah.
An annuity, nothing would happen. He would just watch everybody else, go through it, and then he just wait for the market to correct itself and enjoy the gains when it corrects. That's it.
Especially if you look at it for the last 20 years, right? Yeah, 2008. Well, that'll be more than 20, but yeah, 2008, 2012, and then 2024. All three of those crashes, you would have survived.
Yeah, 100%.
And then, like you said, then it's like, of course, the strategies that we always talk about when it's talking about managing your portfolio. Then then you're going to open index, and then that's when you take the huge upsides and really capture the gain on the market climbing back up, where you're not stuck with cash and everything like that. But that's a later.
Yeah. That's good though. I was about to go down that rabbit hole with you. I was like, we should probably pull back. Here's what's crazy to me, and then we can start going to the paint woods, because I'm gonna start escorting ourselves in there, because this is weird to me. All right. A more riskier investment is obviously being in the market. Now, of course, depending on what you choose, you know, how diversified you are, how conservative your choices are, how volatile your choices are, all we know there's variations of what I'm talking about, right? Depending on what you pick. I get it. Nonetheless, it's still in the market. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Then you got over here in the annuity world, when everything we just been talking about for the last 20 minutes. Cool. Why is it that we find people who can't afford to lose money playing in the riskier pond? You know where I'm going.
Mm-hmm.
And we find the rich people paying in the no risk pond first. Then they go over here. I don't know if I can explain it myself. I don't even understand it. But it's just fast. I observe it. I'm like, hold on a second. People who can't afford to lose any money play in the riskiest piranha-filled pond there is. But the people who could afford to lose a couple coins, they're like, nah, we straight. We're gonna protect and leverage, you know, all that over here. And then we got some play money. Then we'll go over here and play around with it in the piranha pond. What is that, AJ? I don't. It's not rhetorical either. Like I really don't know. It puzzles me.
It's like we said, it's the meal ticket lottery syndrome, where they're looking at it like, I'm already here at the struggle, so let me just try to swing for the fences, and if I miss, I'm exactly where I am anyways.
We in the paint.
So it's make up quick or get rich quick mentality.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And they never been taught otherwise. Some of that's in there too.
That part, Larry, right? The concept is just too diabolical for a lot of people, right? It's just too diabolical. They understand the market. Well, they understand the market goes up and the fluctuation of the market, and they're willing to take that risk because, well, at some point the market will turn around. Well, what if you were 65 in 2008? Do you have 20 years to wait to make up those gains potentially? I don't know.
And you mentioned that turnaround. See, a lot of people defend those accounts by saying, oh, but I made it all back. Yeah, but what if you never lost?
Right. That.
Well, I made it back and then some. But what if you never lost? Think about what it would look like each and every time it goes below zero. What would that account look like?
In addition to that, along the way, there's going to be some hardships, right?
Oh yeah,
there are going to be some hardships and some uncertainties and some pressure, right? When that market tanks.
Yeah,
but it corrects itself. It always corrects itself, AJ. It always does. I mean, that's what my parents did, and that's what I see on MSNBC every day. That's what I see on my phone when I log in on my screen. That's what I hear people talking about on TikTok feeds. That's what I hear. I hear about the market all the time. Oh, let me go to this thing. They said they got an IPO. Let me go to that. Yeah, I went there. Let me what's IPO stand for? Yeah, exactly. You see, it's that. Now I'm not picking. Dude, is this the truth, guys? Is this the truth or what? Have we seen this?
This is what we hear.
It's what we hear and what we see.
Facts.
And this is not to beat up people. It's to help people have self-reflection and be honest with themselves. Because for us, we try to help people be self-aware and be okay with where they're at based upon what they know and understand to this point. And if it needs to be tweaked, adjusted, or whatever, we try to encourage that with education. To Larry's point earlier, don't resist the education. Those people didn't. But I guarantee all y'all want to be like them.
Mm-hmm.
So what's the difference then? So the annuity, whether it be in the market, look, if you see your account go down 28 grand in a short period of time and it's got you with bubble guts, you probably need to get that money up out of there and put it somewhere where you can sleep at night. Yeah, I said that, Coop. I saw him chuckle. All right. Seriously, man. Like, and this is more of a joke. Like, guys, wake up. Let's not be so prideful. And we meet people that there's so much pride because that's what I've been doing. That's fine. That's great. And you're doing the best you know to do. That's awesome that you done the best you know to do. But guess what? Here's something even better for you. I've been doing this for 20 years.
You're preaching now. Keep preaching. I'm on my organ. Keep going.
If you have a sickness of some sort, cancer, something chronic, terminal, whatever, and they have a treatment and it's been sustaining you, thank God it has. And here comes AMG. It says, hey, it's been approved by the government, by the IRS, by such and such, or whoever in medical systems, the USDA, whoever else. This is better than the treatment you've been getting. It will sustain your life. It will protect you. You won't feel the ups and downs with your health daily. Nah, I don't want that, Mondo, because I've been on this treatment. No one would do that when it comes to their health.
No one do that if they came to your job position. If you're working somewhere and your boss came up and will give you a promotion. I've been doing this job here for 20 years.
I'm good, boss. I'll bypass that promotion. Yeah. I'm used to this cubicle.
But this job right here, this new position I'm giving you has better benefits, has better pay, and your job is more secure. No, I've been doing this for 20 years, so I'm just going to be chilling here in my spot. That's basically like
yeah, it's the same thing. It's the same thing. So our encouragement is like, hey, guys, let's wake up. Let's learn about these vehicles that people are using, right? So we can educate ourselves and get into them like others. Change the process, change the tools, right? Oh man, I was about to say something. I'm not holding all the way back, Woods, but I'm just make sure I don't want to offend nobody because I'm not trying to.
Mm-hmm.
Conditioning and old programming can really get in the way. Okay. We find that a lot of people who are really who are on the cusp of going to the next level financially, or people who are already there, they want to know everything. They want to learn everything. They want to soak it up. Teach me, brother AJ, brother Coop, Laird, teach me. Yes, let's go. That's where I think we should all be. Now, again, if you're like, well, I don't know what this annuity is. Okay, cool. There's a lot of people that do, and there's probably people that don't. Let's learn. I think pride is one of the main issues, right, Larry? I mean, pride is one of the main issues, right?
I agree with that.
Yeah,
I agree with that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then our pride triggers fear.
Mm-hmm.
And that fear triggers this, like that dollar bill.
Squeezing it, holding on to it.
Hold on to it. And then that fear and that squeeze, it promotes paralysis. I just ain't gonna do nothing. And then you get a new something else is presented. Ooh, interesting, this and that, and then it's the same cycle, right back down to paralysis again.
Right.
And those are the individuals who I say are like professional note takers. They learn about a lot, but they don't apply anything.
Paralysis by analysis.
Exactly. So my thing is like, if it's working for people like Shaq and there's like other people that we know and clients and stuff like that, hello. And an annuity, the concept of annuity contract has been around much longer than the market has. 401ks came around 1976.
That's right.
The year I was born. Okay. Now I wasn't here with the Roman Empire. Right. But that's when the annuities were started. Okay. So it's one of those things, like if you're watching this, it's like, man, they're really harping on this. Like, guys, maybe this is not you. Maybe we're not talking to you. But there's a group of individuals, a sector of people we talk to that I really believe need this educational, loving, encouraging push or pull. Just be open to learn. What hurts more? Losing a bunch of money hurts a lot more than learning something. And then it hurts on like times two, because now you lost money. Now you feel bad that you learned something and could have prevented it and didn't. Now you're soaking in it. So let's move on it. Like Larry, you have some clients now, man, that are they're all about it. That hey, we lost something. Larry, fix it, please. That's pretty much what they're saying.
That's basically what they said.
Fix
it. We tired of losing money.
Yep.
And they're at the retirement age where they can't afford to keep losing money.
They're at the what?
Retirement age.
So let's talk to our people in the retirement age, Coop. The pressure's on. Father Time is undefeated.
That's right.
So you retirement age and you sitting on these retirement accounts, which by the way, 401ks as the last census was taken out on it, only lasts 11 and a half years. The average 401k in America only lasts 11 and a half years.
And how much money is in that for 11 and a half years?
Exactly. Is it going to last that long?
Yeah.
Possibly, maybe not. Okay. So 75 or say 76 and a half if you retire at 65, 76 and a half, you're looking in the classifieds. Unfortunately. And we've seen that to be true. We've talked about this, guys. We've had people that we've tried to help who were already in that, going towards that position when we met them. Right. So I don't know, man. This hits home because I see a lot of folks that look at like, oh, annuity. I don't know how I feel about that. How can you feel a certain way about something, AJ, when you don't know anything about it?
Right.
I know if look, stop me, guys, because I feel like I'm attacking people, and I don't want people to hear that. Y'all know I don't mean that, right? I'm not trying to attack people. But it's like big brother, uncle, whatever. It's like people. Let's stop kicking the can down the road. And let's protect your money. You worked your butt off for it, man. You work hard for it. Put it somewhere where you know it's going to be there. I saw this dude, AJ. I think I may have told you a while ago. I was in the grocery store. I don't say dude. This is older gentleman, real nice guy, and we're in the line chatting. And sweetheart of a guy, just awesome, in his 80s. He had just left work and went to the grocery store to get some stuff for dinner. And it's sad, man, because of his situation. Not his situation is sad. He was in a Chick-fil-A uniform. He just left work. And sometimes you make mistakes, but you assume certain things, Coop, when you talk to people. So I kind of put my foot in my mouth a little bit because I said to him, assuming positively, I said, hey, we got talking, whatever. I said, man, good for you, man. I'm old. I'm gonna be like you, man. In a sense of like, older gentleman, not sitting around, working, doing something, making use of myself, have some purpose. He said, well, son, I wish that was the case. I had to, man. Retirement is not doing what it's supposed to do. I need more money to make a living. And I felt like an idiot. Was like, oh, I assumed positive, but he came back with that. I was like,
yeah.
I said, okay, yeah, I understand, sir. I understand. I said, well, God bless you, man. I know you're doing what you got to do, and so much respect for you. So much respect for you, my friend. We chatted up a little bit and kept it moving. When I got to the car, man, I was thinking like, man, I feel like an idiot. But I didn't say anything mean or derogatory. I was assuming positivity, AJ. Like,
Right.
But then he hit me with that truth. I was like, man, how many other people are like that?
More than we know, unfortunately. Yeah. Which for this podcast, this is the biggest purpose of this podcast is to educate, to make people aware. People of all income demographics aware of what's out there, how to protect your money.
I will say this, fellas. Yeah, our podcast, we talk about different vehicles and this and that and the other. But I think the primary thing, what makes us unique in regards to the financial world and podcast is that, we'll talk about, like AJ said, hey, can you explain a 30,000 foot view? Most other podcasts are going to go like from 30,000 foot view down to a 1 foot view and tell you everything about the product in detail, confuse the piss out of you. You don't know you just know they said a lot of smart sounding things, but you really can't unpack it. What we're focused on is what AJ said, 30,000 foot view. If you need to know more, want to know more, we can go on a personal level. But more than anything, we focus on this, the mindset. Helping people get into products like annuities or life insurance or whatever it is the topic of the day is. Telling you the inner workings of every word on that contract is not going to do the job by getting you from here to there. Yeah. That's not going to move the needle. But if we can educate from a mindset standpoint and challenge how you're thinking about things and help you see where you really are. AJ, we've had some people that think they're in paradise. And then when we say, okay, well, awesome, that's good. Let's verify that for you. We'll help you make sense of what's going on. And we look at it and they're in a swamp.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So we help them realize where they are and how to fix it. Not to bash, not to shame, not to ridicule, none of that. But we're here to talk about this, man. Coop, you know me, like we're about this, bro. Mm-hmm. Because guess what? Who said the lottery syndrome earlier? Who was that? AJ, was that you?
It was AJ.
When someone hits the lottery and they go broke in a year, what's the problem? The money or the mind? Which one? That's rhetorical. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? They go broke in a year. They hit the Powerball, whatever that's worth.
$1 billion.
Yeah, and they go broke in a couple years. You should, first of all, you should never go broke. Like if you get in a bit, you ever. Go ahead, Coop.
That's funny you mentioned that, Mondo, because when you do hit the lottery, from what I understand, you have the option of cashing out or rolling it over into an annuity.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I was just about to say
folks who cash it out are the ones who.
Yeah. Mm. Yeah, the monthly payouts.
So if the lottery is using it, come on.
Teachers using their 403b, like a TSA, is a tax sheltered annuity. Like it's everywhere in plain sight.
In plain sight.
TSP accounts,
mm-hmm.
Military personnel, government employees. Yeah. Your TSP, when you get up out of there and you stop your job, whatever, guess what? You can turn into a TSP annuity.
Mm-hmm.
So they're already, dude, it's like people been eating green beans the whole time and never knew it. Yeah. Like, oh, I've been eating this the whole time. Annuities, yeah, been right there whole time. Sometimes they have other names, right? But they kind of, but that's what it is, though. Like to your point, AJ, it's an annuity. However, there are sponsored annuities, and then there's your annuity that you own. So what Shaq's talking about, or what Matt's talking about, even is about you having ownership. What do you guys think is the number one challenge for people? So let's say, for instance, they're cool with life insurance. You know, they hear about this annuity thing. Let's go. Let's take that back. Forget the challenge. Let's talk about some of the positive stuff. When we see people who are into life insurance and then we educate them on the annuity, what's the typical road we see, Woods? We enlighten them about that. They want life insurance as well, and we tell them about the annuity. What's their typical response?
In my personal dealings with clients, they want to know more. Mm-hmm. They do want to know more. They're not talking about fees.
Nope.
They are mainly talking about, at the end of the conversation, how do I get one?
A lot of times, Coop, they say, I want both. Mm-hmm. Right.
I do hear this, though.
What's that?
So if the money runs out, how are they going to pay me for life?
Nice.
Great question.
Nice. Well, by contract, the nature of an annuity, they guarantee income for life. Mm-hmm. So even if your nest egg has quote unquote depleted over time, you'll see on the illustrations where they continue to pay you. Well, why do they do that, Coop? Well, right. Why are they going to keep paying me? Think about this for a second, just from a marketing standpoint. Coop, if I called you and I said, hey, man, we're going to put your parents into an annuity, guaranteeing them income for life, blah, 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 blah. And then you notice how the nest egg that they put in has depleted, but the parents are still getting checks. You know this. Now, you and Nick are in the age where you're like, man, we probably need to get some annuities for ourselves. And you have that experience of knowing, wait a second, that annuity thing, even when the money ran out, my parents kept getting checks. And then your kids find out about it. And you see the ripple effect. How many people have said that about a 401k? As far as the backside of it, it kept paying me for the rest of their lives. I think it's phenomenal marketing. It's more to it than that, AJ, I know. Yeah. But I think from a word of mouth standpoint, like what better way to have the reputation of taking care of people when ain't no more money in there? Like, think about that. Mm-hmm. That's phenomenal. Who wouldn't want that?
That curiosity angle.
Yeah.
What's this about? What?
Exactly.
Everybody should want that.
Mm-hmm. And one of the coolest things about it too is like when we talk about with life insurance and how life insurance is primarily for after you pass, annuity is for you.
Yeah.
Technically.
Technically, yeah. It's for you. The income is for you. Yeah.
Yeah. And then as well as too is like on the back end side too, right? We have a lot of people that are interested in life insurance and due to health reasons and everything like that, they can't get approved. Well, guess what? We're able to redirect them into annuity because there is no health underwriting. So
exactly. And there's creative ways to do it within compliance to make sure that, you know, you have a death benefit and, you know, you can basically self-insure yourself pretty much. You know, we show you how to do it. You know, whether you have a lot of money to start with, where you have a little money, we show you how to build if you need to build, or position if you just need to position. Either way, now you have a life insurance policy that can be paid out typically 2 different ways to your beneficiary: lump sum or in 5-year payments.
And who wouldn't want that?
Who wouldn't want that? 100%. 100%. You know,
Mondo, young people just starting out in the workforce.
Ooh-wee.
They hear about an annuity from us as messengers, and they do their research and they want one.
Mm-hmm. What do they do?
How much can they start one with?
It depends on the carrier, but you can some of the carriers start as little as $5,000 initial upfront. Then you can contribute it's called flexible premium, keyword flexible. So whatever you want, monthly, annually, whatever, whenever you want. If you want to continue contributing, you can. If you want to stop at any given moment, you can. You can set it to be automatic, and you can turn off the automatic if you want to. There's things like that. Or you can start higher. You get a little bonus check, and you want to start with $25K, whatever. Maybe you get an inheritance. You want to put $200,000 in there and start to kick off your retirement plan, whatever. Maybe you have an old 401k, because here's the thing. A lot of people don't, especially young folks, it's just a generation away to the economy. It's not young people. It's just the dynamic of younger people with the economy, the marketplace, all that. There's a lot of job hopping. People don't stick at one job for 40 years like we used to back in the day, right? Yeah. So a lot of times there's a trail of retirement accounts that are left behind at all these other companies. Well, let's say between one, you got $6,000 over here, you got $33,000 over here, et cetera, et cetera. Well, you could take all those bad boys and roll them into one annuity, as long as they're like plans, which that's our business to understand and figure out. But again, you can take those and roll them into one and then add a little juice to it. And now that you have your own retirement plan that was kickstarted by your old jobs. A lot of times people say, well, we hear this. We say, you got old money. We call it dead money. Mm-hmm. What's dead money? Well, like old 401ks, old 403s, any retirement accounts you had old jobs, 5-6 jobs ago. Oh yeah. I had one lady literally say that. She said, yeah, hospital I worked at like 16 years ago. I know I forgot about that. I was like, you didn't call them. Well, who do I call? HR? They'll dig it up and tell you whoever the holding company is. You figure it out.
Cool. How much it costs for them to do that?
Free 99.
Free 99.
Free 99. And we ended up finding for that particular client $130,000 in an old 401k from many years ago. I was like, there you go. We can kickstart an annuity. You can add to it. Now you have your own retirement plan. Kickstart with $130,000 that didn't matter yesterday, but today now it matters all of a sudden.
Now it matters.
So we're going to drag that bad boy from the past and back to the future, that thing, and put it in the present and make it matter. Now you're excited about it versus Yeah, I had that thing back in the day, Coop. It's somewhere back there. You hear that a lot. So if you're watching this, you're like, that's me. Like, I got 3 of them. Okay. All right. Get with us. We'll show you how to hunt them down. You call the companies, we'll position for it. We'll help you all that. So yeah, that's great, man. Free 99, brother. Don't hurt to call. This is good, man. To me, this is so good because I really believe if people have stuck it out this far, and of course they're going to hear clips and stuff like that, you'll be able to see like, well, wait a second, maybe that's me. Allow us to stretch you. If you're trying to get to the next level, trying to protect your money, all that stuff. Well, what would you say, Larry, is the number one objection that you would get if you bring up the idea of moving over, the IRA, the Roth, the 401k, whatever? What would you say one of the top objections may be?
They're concerned about the cost to move it over because they don't know that it's just a stroke of a pen. The fees involved in that. Are they going to lose any money coming over? And then what product are they going to? Is it going to function as good or better?
Do they, can they see anything? Like, because when I was at Vanguard, I could log in and see what my stuff was doing. Can I log in? Seriously, dog, I get that. Like,
as an owner,
I want something different today, AJ.
Yeah. As an owner, you have the visibility because you are the owner.
Yeah, right.
That's what the company's portals are for you to log in and have visibility. Yes.
Well, can I change stuff? Like if I want to change my beneficiary, if I want to, just little stuff. Can I change stuff?
Okay. So again, you are the owner. You are no longer a participant.
Beautiful. Ownership. Do you think Shaq is going to be a participant? No
product. No.
In nothing. This old dude owns like 100 companies for real. He ain't gonna be a participant in nothing.
Partnership or ownership?
Partnership or ownership. That's exactly right. Joint ventures. Yeah, I remember hearing him talk about that. Joint ventures. So what's wrong with partnering with an insurance company to ensure that your retirement is secure?
Great question.
What's partner? I think that's part of. Hold on. One more thing before we go, AJ. I know we long. Hold on. It is partner. It is not submission. With the insurance company, you look at it like I'm a partner with them. But a lot of times in a certain type of a vehicle, it is submitting because you can't do nothing with it unless they say so. And if they give you any sort of permission, they're going to spank you across the hand, but with fees or penalties or whatever. Because you're the participant.
And you're based on their terms and conditions.
It's on their terms and conditions.
Which means they can still do what they want to with your money.
Exactly. Because the true partner is the old employer and the sponsor of the 401k program.
Yeah.
That's the partnership. The annuity, you're partnering with the insurance company. You're not even partnered with AMG. We're just hey, insurance company, meet Brenda. Brenda, meet insurance company. This is what she wants. This is what they have. Everybody like everybody? Okay, cool. Sign there. Everybody cool. All right. That's it. That's what we do.
Well, Mondo, we even seen that too. Well, we know a person that, they had a great career and, GM and the big three, and they had a fantastic pension and everything like that. But because they were a sponsored pension, they were suspect to them changing their pension. And all of a sudden, what was a good pension, all of a sudden it got decreased and they couldn't do anything about it.
I don't mind saying who it is. Thank you for doing that.
Okay.
My mother. Making healthy 6 figures into retirement. Her last salary was healthy 6 figures, doing her thing. And at the end of it, retired. She didn't take a buyout, got a healthy pension, this, that, and the other. Then out of the blue, some years later, she got a letter stating that they were cutting her pension by X%. And it definitely, it was a blow. What you going to do about that, Woods? Nothing. So thanks. Yeah, perfect example. You can't do nothing about it. Oh, and they said when I retired, she told me this, that I had, she had well over $1 million in an insurance policy that she could keep throughout her retirement. That thing's down it's down more than 60%, bro. They just keep dropping that death benefit. Dropping the pension. Cost of living going up.
Yeah.
Taxes going up. Money going down. Now, if she was able, but because it's a pension, it's not a 401k plan.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of pensions cannot be rolled. Some can, most can't, from what I've learned. Case by case, we have to do some digging and really find out with our back office team, like what's permissible and what's not.
Right.
All right. So, well, we got to do that today, Woods, actually. But yeah, that's a great point, AJ. That's a great point. And then even we have people who want to supplement their income or, their retirement income. So they say, yeah, I have a good pension coming, but just in case, AJ, let me go ahead and put an extra couple G's a month aside or something. Start building my own retirement as annuity. Right. And sometimes it's just a great place to store money. You don't even have a purpose for it right now.
Mm-hmm.
You just, I don't know what I'm going to use it for. I just want to put it somewhere where it's going to be protected and grow.
Mm-hmm. So. Especially if you have more than FDIC can cover. Might as well toss it in there.
Mm-hmm. Yep. You can get up to $10 million.
Right. Right.
There's your
you
cap.
got $1 to 10 million. Yeah.
And you can have as many annuities as you desire.
Mm-hmm. Different types, different purposes. That's awesome. All right. Last words, fellas. It's been great, man. AJ, what you got, buddy?
Yeah. As always, like I said, this podcast is for everybody that's in the education phase. We are in the technology and information age. So keep on questioning. You know what I mean? If there's questions that sparked up, reach out to us and, let's uncover, let's peel the banana back. Let's really get the grounds going and let's get the wheels turning.
I like peel the banana better than onion. I like bananas. I like that. That's good.
Banana's one of my favorite fruits.
I feel you, bro. Brother Coop, what you got? Last words, man.
Let's move away from hope into structure, right? Let us guide you, from that wilderness of hope, and because hope runs out too, right? Let's guide you towards some structure, some understanding of how these things work. Take that uncertainty out of your mind.
Yeah, you opened up a hole right there. I could have jumped down there with you. Me and Woods are right there with you. That hope thing.
Water fun.
That'll be another 50 minutes. Anyway, Woods, what you got, man?
Let's do security now and take risks later. Or not take risks at all. Name of the game is be secured now. Let's make it matter now. All those people out there with old 401ks, take a look, do some digging, find out if you got dead money just laying around not doing nothing. And for those who know they have them and don't know what to do with them, we're here. We'll help you pivot.
I love it. We will help you pivot. I'm telling you, educate yourself, people. The fellas bringing the heat. Thank you for listening to us today. We're so grateful for you that you are taking the time, whether it be clips, whether it be the long episode, whatever. But if you have any questions, concerns, thoughts, or whatever, wanted to chat it up with us, definitely reach out via DM, Instagram to YouTube, whatever you want to do. Reach out, say whatever you need. We'll be glad to meet with you and help you navigate whatever space you're in. That's what we do. We're here to help the AMG way. We'll holler at y'all later. We'll see you next week. Later.
Peace.
This the AMG way, we don't follow the crowd. Quiet money moves, we just say it out loud. Tax-free living, long plays over hype. Build it right once, let the legacy right. We talk ownership.